Yo, what's up everybody? Icy here and welcome to another NBA preseason video. This one is for October 15, 2019's 3-game slate. But before we get right into it, I just want to quickly recap over what happened last night. Yeah, last night my lineup stunk. It did really bad. I do not know what the hell happened here. Bojan Bogdanovic extremely severely let me down, man. Like 17.25. That was absolutely atrocious. Nikolai Jokic, 3 fouls in 5 minutes. What the fuck? That kind of messed me up. And Jaren Jackson Jr., Triple J. I want to slap this guy in the face, man, because this guy couldn't get himself not a foul. This guy, like, just got on the court and got fouled out. Like, he fouled out of the game, man. Oh, man, what a bad game. Jimmy Butler had a horrible first quarter. He decided to become Lonzo Ball and just pass the ball instead of shoot the ball. Shai Gilgeous did not have a good first quarter by any stretch of the imagination. Could not shoot the ball properly at all. Ja Morant, welcome to the NBA, kid. Horrible first half by this guy, but then he picked it up, and I liked what I saw. So, promising future for this kid for sure. First game against a real NBA team. But yeah, Bojan Bogdanovic, you let me down, fam. Nikolai Jokic, you let me down, fam. And Jaren Jackson, you let me down, fam. All y'all let me down. Luka, down, my guy. Did way better than Trae Young, as I thought. KP, right on point, just like I thought. Steph Curry, not that good, just like I thought. I barely had any Steph Curry yesterday. Like, you guys just saw that, right? Look, I'm going to just type it in for you. Steph Curry. These are my Steph Curry lineups. Sorry, these are all showdowns. Don't even look at that. Those are showdowns. Those don't count. These are all showdowns. They don't count. These are classics. See, out of my 20, I had 3 Steph. That's it. And in my main lineup, I didn't have Steph. 91%, give me a break, bro. But yeah, man, Bojan let me down, bro. This was not supposed to happen. This was a spot here where he was supposed to pick up, but Mike Conley decided to be greedy Mike Conley and just started to take all the shots and wasn't sharing the ball with Bojan, who was just putting his hands up in there like, yeah, man, I'm open. Give me the ball. And he's like, nah, man, I'm Mike Donnelly tonight, dog. Call me Mike Donnelly. And he's just going up and taking those shots. But all right, whatever. That happens. It's NBA, guys. You don't win every single day. I was on a really long winning streak. I was on an 8-game winning streak in NFL and NBA combined. I was just winning the most I've ever won in Draftkings, honestly, ever. So I'm expecting a little bit of a fall, but whatever. You guys aren't here for me yippity yapping about that. You guys are here for my take. So without further ado, today's 3-game slate. It's pretty straightforward in my opinion. I mean, Cleveland sucks. Indiana's resting half of their players, and Philly and Detroit should be a close competitive game. With that said, starting with the Boston Celtics side, I like Kemba Walker. His matchup with Colin Sexton should be good. Colin Sexton likes to think he's playing defense, but in reality, he's not really playing any defense. Jordan Clarkson only saw 12 minutes on the Cavaliers side, and Darius Garland played last game, so they're probably both going to be playing, and they're going to be seeing minutes too. But Kemba Walker is an all-star in the East, and he's someone that could definitely go off in a limited amount of time, especially against a crappy team like the Cavaliers. Especially if the Cavaliers are missing other pieces, I would really like Kemba Walker even more. If Tristan Thompson's missing, if Kevin Love's missing, that's good. It'll mean that Kemba Walker will have an easier time getting to the basket. Just basically Larry Nance to go through at that point, and Shitty Osman or CD Osman, whatever one shows up. Aside from that, Marcus Smart is someone I'm looking at too. You got to remember Jason Tatum's out, so that means more volume for Walker. Marcus Smart is probably starting, and Jaylen Brown should have more volume too. So all 3 of those guys I like: Walker, Smart, Jaylen Brown. Aside from that, I'm not too hot on Hayward still. I'm not too fond of him. He has to consistently perform on a consistent basis to get back in my good book. So Hayward's someone that I don't feel confident playing in or recommending to people. So play him at your own peril, whatever you think of him. He's a good player. He has a lot of upside, but he's just too flaky, man, for me. I don't know. I'd have him like a GPP here and there, but that's it. Robert Williams showed a lot of upside. 600 less than Hayward here, which is kind of disrespectful in my opinion. He should be a lot cheaper compared to Hayward, but hey, it's preseason, and Robert Williams was one of the centers that went off for Boston. They're still trying to find their center in the starting spot here. They're still trying to work it through all the guys they have. They have a couple of good pieces here, and they're still tinkering it all out. So I expect that to continue, and because of that, I feel like all the minutes here are going to be depleted or like balanced out. So Robert Williams would be the guy I would probably consider based on what he did last game. He was very explosive, high energy, and just, really electrifying the fans there. So he's someone that could have a repeat performance. Throughout the seasons last year, he wasn't really called upon all that much, but when he did, in like the minutes he was given, he was a point per minute type of guy. So he's someone that could go out there and perform in the limited minutes he's going to be given or seeing. Moving on to the Cavaliers side, the Cleveland Cavaliers' favorite play for me would probably have to be Larry Nance Jr. He's someone that does everything, and Boston is terrible at rebounding the basketball. Like, they're really bad at rebounding the basketball. Jason Tatum had the most rebounds last game with 9 rebounds, and he's not playing. Cantor was the second with 7, and he's going to be coming off the bench probably, and even if he's starting, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Larry Nance is going to be seeing a lot more of the game compared to Cantor and all that, so he's going to have more opportunity to get more rebounds here. Boston's just really bad at rebounding, straight up. Tristan Thompson didn't play for me if he's playing just because of the rebounding fact and the fact that him and Lance are both 2 competitive guys. They should go out there and ball. C.D. Osman is someone I'm considering just because of his price. He's too cheap in my opinion. He should be getting around 25 minutes, and he should be seeing a good amount of run. He's coming off of 2 back-to-back shit-poor stinker preseason games, so hopefully he could pick it up there. Kevin Porter Jr. is someone I might look at. Darius Garland is someone I might look at in GPPs. However, personally, Jordan Clarkson at $1,100 cheaper than Colin Sexton, I'd rather go there. Colin Sexton's just been terrible in this preseason so far. Jordan Clarkson was only played 12 minutes last game, and Darius Garland did not play. So I'm interested to see how that will affect the minutes going forward. So I say Jordan Clarkson with a pinch of salt, knowing that he only played 12 minutes last game. However, the Cleveland coach did say last game that we were going to see a lot of people that we had not seen yet, and a lot of the known players would be seeing less minutes that game. I don't know if that happens again. I hope not. I hope the starters get a good, decent run here, and Jordan Clarkson's one of the 6-man first guys off the bench. He should be seeing a good amount of minutes here, in my opinion. Moving on to the Minnesota Timberwolves side, Karl-Anthony Towns is in play for me for sure. Karl-Anthony Towns, even though Indiana's only playing their starters half the game, Karl-Anthony Towns should still see a good amount of run here. Minnesota's coach is known for running his guys out there a decent amount in preseason. I hate Andrew Wiggins. I'm not going to talk about him. Jeff Teague. Alright, I'm going to talk about it. Andrew Wiggins is someone that you never know if he's going to wake up in the morning and he's going to want to play basketball or not. He plays up to his competition, not down to it. So, in the beginning, this might seem like it's a good competition, and it probably is. Now, in hindsight, thinking about it, Indiana's a damn good team, and Andrew Wiggins could be motivated enough to want to go off against them. However, it is preseason and it's meaningless, so even if he does go off, it doesn't mean anything, and Andrew Wiggins probably will not go off. He never goes off in preseason. He always does bad. Just take a look at his previous preseason games from last year, not even this year. Look at last year's games. He didn't do good in any single one of them. He doesn't play good against shitty teams. He only plays decent against good teams. He'll play good against Westbrook's OKC. He'll play good against the stacked Golden State Warriors team. But then he'll do crappy against a shitty Phoenix Suns team. So that's just who he is. So I don't really like Wiggins. On top of that, he doesn't pass the ball. He barely tries to rebound. And he's just scoring dependent. Just give him the ball. Watch him shoot the basketball. If he's making his shots, cool. If he's not, it's too bad for you. Jeff Teague is someone I'd consider. At this price and the matchup, it's good here. He's a starter. He should be seeing a lot of run. He's someone that's consistent throughout the season. He's one of those no nonsense type of guys. You don't hear too much from him, but he's someone that has opportunity to go off, and he can here in this matchup. Jarrett Culver, Nasri, Jake Layman, all 3 of these guys will be part of the Minnesota Timberwolves rotation going forward into the next season. They've all shown a lot of upside and tremendous potential. Culver in particular and Layman, will be some people that probably will be integrated into the offense sooner than later, depending on how much run they want to give Covington and how soon. Covington would be someone I play if we know his minutes are going to be increased to somewhere around 25. However, at like 15 to 18 minutes, I'm not too fond of Covington. And that's pretty much it for the Timberwolves side. On the Indiana side, of course, starters are only playing half their minutes. However, at this price, 5,400, Sabonis would be in play for me, Brogdon would be in play for me, and Jeremy Lamb would be in play for me. These three guys could all go off in a limited amount of minutes. I wouldn't be playing them all together in the same lineup because they're only playing half the game. However, I'd be looking at all three of these guys as people that could be 1 or 2 offs in this game that could really, really go off. Aside from that, I'm really high on Justin Holiday. He's someone who's always done well when given an opportunity. He has a lot of upside here. He's going to be playing a lot of minutes in the second half once the starters are benched. And his matchup is going to be with a lot of the Minnesota Wolves secondaries. Excuse me. So he's someone I'm really interested in. His price is great. Aside from that, Jakar Sampson and TJ McConnell are 2 other guys you guys could consider. Walt Lemon Jr. as well is someone I would consider. Last year in the end of the season, Jakar Sampson and Walt Lemon routinely tore it up. They had a lot of great games here. So he's someone that I could also look at and consider. He started with the Celtics last year and then got traded to the Bulls and ended the season with the Bulls. On to the last game, the Pistons versus the 76ers. So Drummond and Embiid hate each other. Drummond's going to be super motivated to go off against Embiid. Both teams are probably going to be missing players. If Blake Griffin's not playing, then that's great. Both teams are going to be missing players, so that means some role players will have to stick their nose in there. It'll be good. Drummond should be motivated. Drummond usually does good, although Embiid always gets the better of him. Drummond does manage to perform well. See, 31 minutes, 41 fantasy points, 3.3 personal fouls per game. So Drummond tends to get riled up by Embiid. But he's a good play here, 7,700, definitely in play for me. Like, what? He's definitely in play. Aside from Drummond, Derrick Rose, Markieff Morris are both guys I'd be looking at. Both of these guys have been doing really, really well for this Pistons team. They've taken a leadership role on this team. They're more vocal than Drummond is anyways. Drummond's a soft-spoken guy, man. Like, yeah, he's a little feisty and all that, but he's not like that fighter, leader type of guy that'll go out there and, initiate everything. He'll defend himself, he'll stand up for himself, but he's not the guy going out there like the alpha going out there looking for problems. Markieff Morris is. Derrick Rose, passive aggressive AF, man. These guys are taking a good role here. I like these two guys. And if Blake Griffin is out, I also will consider Christian Wood a lot in GPPs at 4,400. He's someone that's been showing a lot of upside. He hasn't been given a chance yet by stupid Dwayne Casey, but hopefully stupid Dwayne Casey gets unstupid and decides to play this guy. He has a lot of upside. The fans love him. The beats writers love him. We love Christian Wood. Play Christian Wood. It's Dwayne Casey, stupid ass. And then Luke Kennard is someone else that I would consider. Hot guy, hot and streaky guy. He can get hot in a minute. Whoa, pause, hot guy. Pause. Nah. He's a hot and streaky guy. He can get hot in a minute. Someone that the Pistons are really looking towards increasing their 3-point percentage and 3-point makes this year. So Luke Kennard is going to be getting a good amount of run here. And Bruce Brown, I'll mention him too. I'm not too high on the guy, but he's someone that could also go off in limited minutes here. But that's about it. Moving on to the Philadelphia side, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Josh Richardson. All three of these guys are in play for me. They should be getting extended run here, extended minutes. Their coach usually ends up playing their starters a lot of minutes towards the end of the preseason, getting ready for the regular season. So look for that. Aside from those three guys, Mike Scott, Kylo Quinn, and Jonah Bolden would be the other three guys I would look at to get more minutes with the absence of Al Horford, Embiid's injury history, and the monitoring of his minutes. They're not going to be playing Embiid that many minutes or for that long. So there will be time where Kylo Quinn, Mike Scott are on the court together, or all three of them are even on the court together for that matter. So I look at all three of these guys as role players for the 76ers. Productive role players, but my favorite would be Kylo Quinn. followed by Mike Scott, and then Yona Bolden. I would consider all these guys in GPPs, and then some other guys even farther down the list would be Korkmaz or Smith or Trey Burke, even at the guard position with Ben Simmons missing. Trey Burke is probably going to be starting, so I like Trey Burke as well. However, he's going to be seeing minutes with Zahir and Korkmaz as well, but Trey Burke is the safest of the three in that position. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. Those are my picks. Those are my takes. I would probably build a lineup with Embiid and Drummond at the center, or Embiid and Towns, or Drummond and Towns. If we get any news about Embiid, if he's going to be seeing the same amount of minutes and all that, then I would also be taking Justin Holiday for sure. He's just too cheap. In Detroit, I will be taking Christian Wood. Hopefully he's getting minutes. But, like, you see this, like, Christian Wood is 200 less than Morris. Morris is obviously the cash game play here. Christian Wood's more of the GPP play with this upside, but Morris has been killing it. So you could go either way here. Personally, I should probably go Morris, but this is just a dummy lineup, so who the hell cares? Pick them both. No. On the Boston side, a go-to guy for me on the Boston side would probably be Jaylen Brown. For point guards today, we don't really have that many options. It's a shit. You don't have that many options, man. That many options. I guess I'll go with Kemba just cause. I like Jeremy Lamb. I like Brogdon, but I think Teague will end up doing better here, or even Josh Richardson. So I'll go with Josh Richardson. And then we got 5,200. Don't want to go with Gordon Hayward. I know I said I'd pick him in like one or two lineups, but man, Gordon Hayward. Oh shit. Gordon Hayward. $24 minutes, 439. 17 minutes, 133. 22 minutes, 339. I mean, he could go off, but like, there's a lot of guys here to go. I don't know where to go. Ideally, I want to go with Sabonis or Larry Nance. You know what? I'll take that. I'll do that. You can do that. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I don't know, I kind of just zoned out there. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Those are my favorite plays. If you liked anything, I'd appreciate a thing. Good luck today. All the best. See you next time. Bye-bye.